Hey, I'm Jusko from ProudMoney.com. Microsoft, in partnership with Barclays, has introduced a new Xbox Mastercard, and in this video we're going to take a look at it, do a little review. Now, this card technically was available back in September of 2023, just introduced to the larger market. Now it was in sort of the beta testing within the Xbox Insiders program, and to be honest, I'm a little surprised that it came out of beta testing in the state that it is in. While the card could be good for your most hardcore Xbox gamers, there's something almost a little insulting about how Microsoft and Barclays seems to look at these gamers and decide what would satisfy them. So I'll be interested to see if you have the same opinion that I do. Let's start off looking at the basics. The Xbox Mastercard has no annual fee. In terms of rewards, it gives 5 points per dollar on Microsoft Store purchases, so games, in-game purchases, and all kinds of other things within the Microsoft Store. You get 3 points per dollar on most streaming services, and it is a long list, so Netflix, YouTube TV, Spotify, etc., etc. You get 3 points per dollar on food delivery services, or at least select ones they say, but it's most of the ones that you would think of, like Grubhub, Uber Eats, DoorDash, etc. And then you get 1 point per dollar on everything else. New cardholders will get a 5,000 point bonus after using the card for the first time. That 5,000 point bonus will have a $50 value when redeemed, which suggests that each point is worth a penny when redeemed. And that is going to be true on these bonus points and then also on the points that we've already talked about, meaning that 5 points per dollar at the Microsoft Store, a 5% reward, those 3 point per dollar categories, a 3% reward, and then everything else is essentially a 1% reward. In terms of how you redeem those points, we're keeping it all in the Xbox Microsoft family here, so you're going to be able to use them on consoles, on games, on in-game purchases, on Xbox gift cards as well, and again, all of that at a 1 point per dollar valuation. Now, looking at that overall, this card, to be fair, is essentially the same as a lot of retail store cards out there where you get a 5% reward when you shop at that store, and then you get maybe some extras as well, a nominal bonus for new card holders. So nothing to nitpick with too hard there. Now, I don't know how many people would spend as much on the Microsoft Store and on Xbox games and that sort of thing as maybe they would at a retail store. So I don't know if those 5 points per dollar are ones that would get used quite as often, but I'm not real big in the gaming community. So maybe some people are spending a ton on these things and that 5 points per dollar looks really attractive. Now, I said some aspects of this card could be considered insulting, and the first one, as far as I'm concerned, is the fact that the places where you are getting your enhanced rewards are the Microsoft Store, streaming services, and food delivery. Everything else only giving you 1 point per dollar. So that feels to me like someone at Microsoft said, who is our target customer? They want to play games, and when they're not playing games, they want to watch TV on the streaming services, and they want to have their food delivered to them so that they never have to leave the house. They can only look at a screen, and they can have the food just come in and eat it. They don't even have to get up necessarily, other than to go to the bathroom. And you know, there may be some people that fit that profile, but it feels slightly insulting to me. And then here's some more stuff that I find sort of insulting. First off, as a card holder, if you are not a Game Pass subscriber already, you can get 3 months free of the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. After those 3 months, you are going to start getting automatically charged $16.99 per month to continue on with that subscription. You'll also get a free Spotify Premium subscription for 3 months. At the end of those 3 months, you are going to then start getting charged for that as well. Now, I look at those two things and I say, well, really what these are just the standard come-ons that so many companies use, where they give you something free on the front end and then they start charging you for it after that free period, hoping that you are either, number one, too lazy to stop the subscription, or you're happy enough with whatever you got that you will continue to pay for it. But what really sort of burns me up is that as a bonus, if you spend $7,000 in the first 12 months with this card, what you are going to get as that bonus reward is 2 codes that you can give to other people for them to get 3 months free of Game Pass Ultimate. And at the end of those 3 months, they'll start getting charged automatically for their Game Pass ultimate subscription. So not only do you not get anything for spending the $7,000 on the card, other than maybe the goodwill of giving something to somebody else, but you're giving something to somebody else that they're going to automatically be subscribed to and have to pay for after that. So really what Microsoft is doing is saying, hey, look at this great thing we're giving you, but really, who's in it? Who's it for? It's for Microsoft. But what's maybe more annoying is the fact that if you're someone that can spend $7,000 on the Xbox Mastercard, you probably should be getting a different credit card. There are plenty of no annual fee credit cards on the market that offer bonuses to new card holders where you could get $200 to $300 for spending as little as $500 over the first few months. And then there are other cards on the market that do have small annual fees, around $95, where if you could spend that amount of money, you can probably hit their bonus targets and get yourself $600 plus in a bonus as a new card holder. So spending $7,000 to get 2 codes to give to somebody else where they're going to get charged later on by Microsoft feels a little bit like playing on, hopefully, your ignorance. There's not a whole lot more to say about the card in terms of the interest rate that you might get. It could be 20.99% at the lowest, 26.99%, or 29.9%. All of those are pretty lousy, although not necessarily out of line with other retail credit cards on the market. Obviously, you don't want to pay interest at those rates, so make sure you pay off your bill in full if you get this card. Oh, and I did forget one detail that I should mention. There are multiple card designs, and you can get your gamer tag printed on the card if that's something that seems cool to you. Otherwise, pretty standard stuff. I look at this card and I think maybe if Microsoft and Barclays were saying, well, you know what, this is a card that we're targeting at younger people, and so we're going to add some language to let them know that this card would be easier to be approved for than maybe some other cards if you're looking for your first credit card, maybe I'd feel a little bit better about it and think that the reward scheme and all these little extra coupons, as far as I'm concerned, aren't something to make a big deal about. But it doesn't seem like it's any easier to get than any other card on the market. So if you're going to get a credit card, I would definitely go elsewhere where you can do better. It feels a little bit like they're hoping that people that look at this card are ones that aren't going to look at any other credit cards and are just going to say, hey, Microsoft is throwing us some extra trinkets here and I'll take it. And so it feels a little bit like maybe they're trying to take advantage of people that don't necessarily know any better. Now, I could be wrong, and I would be more than happy to hear otherwise in that comment section below. Otherwise, I thank you for watching, and as always, please go to proudmoney.com, where we do credit card reviews, we talk personal finance, we talk deals, and all sorts of other fun stuff too. If you are not going to go to the website or leave a comment, there's another video you might want to watch, and it's right there.